Okie doke. So if you have a foam roller, you're just going to start rolling. Let's do our upper back. If you don't have a foam roller, just sort of lie across your towels and you can just start moving into this sort of position, into extension. So we'll just start by rolling. Rolling just from the nape of the neck to the bottom of the rib cage, not into the lower back. It's really vulnerable down there. If you really want to do your lower back, you can, but you've got to round so your spine pushes into the foam roller, because otherwise you've got little kidneys down there that won't like it. So just rolling forward and backward. You can go fast or slow, whatever feels good. Take your elbows up toward the ceiling as you do it. So just to open up those shoulders as much as you can. I'm quite tight up by, you know, just where the top of my shoulder blades are. So it feels really nice if you're like me, just getting in there. So once you've done a few of those, just pop your butt down on the ground and elbows together. We go all the way over the foam roller, dropping the weight of the head into the hands. Open the elbows nice and wide. Open the front of the chest. Drop your head into your hands. Take a big breath into your diaphragm. And then as you breathe out, allow the weight of your head just to drop back a little bit further. Breathing in. Now, as you breathe out, bring the elbows back together and come up into a chest lift, if I can speak, looking straight ahead. Then we go all the way back. Lead with the elbows, go all the way back. Open the elbows nice and wide. Drop the weight of your head into your hands. Elbows will come back together and then come all the way up. So we go all the way back. Open the elbows out nice and wide. Drop the weight of the head. Elbows back together and all the way up. We'll do 2 more of those. Go all the way back, just getting some extension into the upper back. Always feels so nice. Drop the weight of your head into your hands. Keep sending the elbows wide. Elbows back up toward the ceiling and chest lift up. Let's go back again, reaching back and open, dropping the weight of the head and back and up we come. So from here, if everyone can line their side, any side, line your side. So you've either got the foam roller or the towel. It's kind of here, this sort of area. So not right at your armpit, a little bit lower. And we'll just do some rotation. So one hip's on top of the other hip, one shoulder's on top of the other shoulder. Let's reach the elbow forward and then roll over the foam roller, keeping those knees pushing down toward the ground. Look to where you're going. And then rolling all the way back, reaching that elbow forward. And then we go back, dropping the weight of the head into the hands. And then all the way forward, reaching forward. And rolling back. And try and think of mobilizing the whole of the rib cage. So as you're doing this, we want the elbow to move, then the shoulder, then the upper ribs, the middle ribs, the lower ribs. Look to where you're going. And then rotate it back. Just do 1 more. You're rolling over that shoulder blade. For some people it's horrendous, other people it's fine. And then all the way back. Beautiful. So from here, again, if you've got a foam roller, you can lengthen the arm. And we're going to just push through the legs and roll down the side of the body. So I'm literally just going from maybe the top of my arm, about there, rolling down through my rib cage. So again, if you don't have a foam roller, you can just stay there and lengthen. If you don't want to roll, that's okay. It can be awful. Feel free to support your head with your other hand as well if your neck is a little bit sore. You don't have to. You can roll onto your back a little bit and look up toward the ceiling, and you get a little bit more of the shoulder blade. So rolling, make sure you roll into that rib cage as well. There should be some interesting spots in there, normally is. Good stuff. We'll do the other side. I'll just spin around so you can see me. So lying on that other side, bending the knees, lining yourself up, and then you're going to bring the top elbow forward and then roll over that shoulder blade and look to where you're going. Looking for that rotation, everyone. Don't just hinge in the lower back. So we take the elbow up. We think shoulder, upper ribs, middle ribs, lower ribs. And if you do it too quick, you'll end up just hinging in one spot. So we really want to share the love, share the load through the body. Keep supporting your head with your hands. Dropping the weight of your head, letting your neck have a little rest. Rolling over. Feel what's tight in that shoulder blade. If you have nothing, just go a little bit lower down the body and see if that's anything interesting there. You might get a muscle called serratus anterior, which is horrendous if it's tight. Need those muscles for push-ups. Not great at push-ups anymore. Used to be amazing. Terrible now. My little wrists won't cope. All right. So we lengthen that top arm, or bottom arm, I should say, and then just roll the foam roller towards you and away. If you've got a foam roller to roll, that is. Remember, you can go slightly on the back, looking up toward the ceiling. So you can either, I'm lifting my hip from the ground, but you don't have to. You can sort of keep your hip connected and make it more of a little concertina movement like that if you like. So whatever feels good. So if you've got the muscle at the back of your shoulder blade, infraspinatus, you might even get referral pain to the front of the shoulder. So it's not nerve, don't worry, it's just the muscle referring pain. It's a good thing, I'm sure. All right, good stuff. So from here, if we can go on to hands and knees, everyone. So onto hands and knees. You can go onto your forearms on the foam roller. Yep. And then just from here, we're just going to lengthen one leg, any leg you like. And then just tap down and lift up. Tap down and lift up. So your elbows are just shoulder width apart. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Don't drop your head. So pushing the foam roller into the ground and apart with your arms. And we're lifting up, squeezing your butt without changing your back position. So it's really easy to kind of drop into the back here. So keep drawing your tummy up and lift. Just 3 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now from here, if we just bend our knee and flex the foot, then we just bring the knee in and then press back up. Bring the knee in, press back up. Now try and keep your belly button drawing up toward your spine. And 4, and lower, and 5, and lower, 6, lower, 7, and 8, and 9. Now this last one, stay up there, keep the leg up there. Now we're going to take that knee, this is my right leg, I'm going to take it behind my left knee. So both knees are bent, like a little curtsy. And then bring it back up to a donkey kick. And then take it behind, for me it's my left knee, opposite knee, and bring it back up. And 3. And up. Try and keep your hips fairly straight. If you can, they'll move a bit. And 5. Drawing your tummy up, lengthening the back of your neck. And 6. And up. 7. And up. 8. And up. 9. And up. Last one. 10. And up. Now from here, just swing it in and we'll just go out to the side. So we're going to go side and in. Just 10. 2 and in. 3 and in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. And then just lie on your back for a second. So working leg, whichever leg was kicking out, you're going to take that one and pop the ankle across the other knee. Yep. And then just from here, we'll just lift that leg up, bring the foot in toward your chest for a glute max stretch. So some people are quite bendy and they can probably get their foot all the way into their chest. Not so much me. But you should be getting a stretch into the main part of your butt. For me, it's my right side, whichever side it's my right glute. Stretching that out, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breathing, try and keep it in the diaphragm. Breathe in here, expand your rib cage. Then as you sigh out, feel like you're flattening the lower part of your tummy. Breathe in here. Breathe out, flatten here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep drawing that foot in towards you a little bit more. And then just pop your feet nice and wide and just do a quick sort of windscreen wiper with your legs. So drop knees to one side and then the other. Knees to one side and then the other. We're going to do the other leg in a second. Cool. And let's do the other side. So come up onto hands and knees. I'll just, you just change. I'll just turn around so you can see me. So you can forget the foam roller and just pop your hands on the ground if you'd like. Otherwise, onto your forearms. So making sure you're pulling the foam roller apart or hands just on the ground if you like. And then we're going to lengthen that leg, other leg this time. I'm doing my left. So from here, we're going to lift up, tap down. Squeeze your left butt cheek as you lift and tap. And lift for 3 and tap. 4 and tap. 5, keep lengthening the spine the whole time. And 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now into a donkey kick position. So we bend the knee and flex the foot. And we push up and come all the way in. And then push up all the way in. 3 and in. 4 and in. 5 and in. 6, 7, keep lengthening your spine. It's very tempting to round it when you come in. Try and keep a nice long platform. 8, 9, beautiful head, neck and shoulders, everyone. And 10, stay up there. Then we take that knee and cross it behind like a little curtsy the other knee. And then bring it back up again into a donkey kick. So we cross behind and then push up. Keep squeezing that butt cheek. So the leg that's going up, squeeze it. And behind. And squeeze. And behind. And 5 and behind. 6 and behind. 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Bring the leg in. We take it out to the side, back into the center, side and center. So a little fire hydrant. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Have a lie down. I'm going to lie on my back. I'm going to use the foam roller. So cross the working leg, cross that ankle, across the knee, and you can either reach through, bring the knee in towards you. Remember that the more flexible you are, the more that foot or that ankle will come towards your chest. So breathing in and out. Concentrate on your breathing. So breathe into your diaphragm, breathe into your ribs and your lungs. And then as you breathe out, think of drawing your tummy up and flattening that lower part of the tummy, not the upper. Breathing in, expand your ribs, mobilize your spine, breathe out, sigh out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Remember to try and breathe whenever you think about it. Try and put this breathing into your life. When you're driving, when you're out walking or so, just try and do a little bit of mindful breathing. Great for your mobility of your spine and lots of other things too. Last one. Good stuff. All right, so from here, just move the foam roller away for a moment. And I just want you to take your arms out to the side. We've got our foot over our knee, and then just do a little side to side like this side. Little side to side with the foot across the knee. Sort of quick ones just to get those obliques firing up as well. Good stuff. And then coming back to the center, we'll use the foam roller again in a moment. If we just have our feet maybe hip width apart. So we're going to bridge, but we'll just start with the exercise, with the leg movement first. So can everyone just go wide with both knees? Take your knees out wide. I want you to concentrate on the breathing. So breathe in. As you breathe out, think of engaging your inner thighs, pelvic floor, lower tummy, everything comes in. So we breathe in to go out wide, and breathe out, think of inner thighs drawing up. So breathing in here, and then just do two more. Breathing in, and really try and get this connection with your inner thighs. So think of everything working together. One more, and squeeze. Now, if your back's sore, you can just stay with that. Otherwise, let's lift our pelvis up into a bridge position. And again, we go out on the sides of our feet. Think of engaging pelvic floor, engaging inner thighs. You'll use your butt as well as your hamstrings, and then breathe in to go out wide. And then squeeze, try and get a flat stomach. And then breathe in, out wide. Breathe out, use those inner thighs. So if we don't really horse ride too much these days, a lot of us are really weak through our inner thighs. Breathing in and out, go to a flat foot, then roll out onto the sides of your ankles, and then a flat foot. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel your butt go as well. And squeeze. Let's do 4 more. And 4. And 3. Keep pressing that pubic bone up. 2. And last one. 1. And then just roll on down. So we'll do a few little bridges before we bring in the foam roller. Arms by your side, breathing in. As you breathe out, rock the pelvis, press through the heels. You can even lift your toes. The heels will help activate your butt. Remember to lift from the thigh, not from the ribs. If you lift from the ribs, it kind of looks like that. You go into your back. It's not what we want. So you need to drop those ribs and feel like it's all happening through the front of the legs and your butt. And roll all the way down. Stay on your heels, breathing in. As you breathe out, roll all the way up. Breathing in at the top. As you breathe out, roll down. Let's add some arms. Breathing in. As you breathe out, roll all the way up. Arms go overhead, touch the floor behind you, and roll all the way down, really lengthening that spine. Arms can come down. Roll up. Take a big breath in as you take the arms overhead. As you breathe out, roll down. And you can just relax it down if you like as well. Arms come back. If you feel like you're too rigid, just let it go. And tilt. Roll all the way up. Sometimes less is more. The more rigid you are, or the more you hold yourself, the less movement you'll get. Rolling down, breathing out. Feels nice. And arms back by your side. Last one. Rolling up. Still on our heels. Arms go overhead and roll all the way down, articulating through the spine, and arms come down. So cross your right ankle over your left knee. So ankle over knee, and then the knees out wide. So from here, we're going to roll up. So at the top, really feel your left butt cheek is on. And then we're just going to drop down a little bit and then push up. Drop down a little bit and open those hips. Drop down, squeeze your left butt cheek. And 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then let's roll all the way down. Uncross, recross, other leg. The left ankle across the right knee. We tilt the pelvis, press through that right heel, roll all the way up, open up that left knee as much as you can. Then a little drop down and then squeeze back up using that right glute. And down and squeeze up. Opening up that line through the front of your hip. 4, and squeeze. 5, 6, 7, get that butt working. Otherwise, the poor back of your leg, your hamstrings will be on fire. 8, I think, and 9, and last one, 10, and then roll all the way down and uncross again. So this time, roll on up, roll all the way up, and then take your right knee up into tabletop. Good. Keep your hips up there. Try and keep that sort of 90-degree angle. And you're going to tap down and come up. Tap down and come up. The hips stay absolutely still. Pressing through that right foot, left foot, I should say. Activating your left glute. And 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. And then pop that leg down, change to the other leg. And then we tap. And 9. Squeeze your right butt cheek. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Press through the heel. 2, and 1. Place that leg down. And let's roll on down. And just gently bring the knees in. You can sort of do like bring the knees in and circle them. Think of moving that thigh bone, the femur head, within that hip socket. And then the other way. Just making sure we're letting go of our hip flexors. A lot of us are really tight if you're doing a lot of sitting and driving and things like that. Okie doke. We need our foam roller again. Under your feet. So if you don't have a foam roller, you can use a step or the towels that I suggested, or even the couch will do. So from here, make sure the foam roller is not too far away. Your hamstrings will be on fire. So bring the foam roller fairly close to your butt. And we're going to just bridge up. So breathe in. As you breathe out, rock the pelvis. Press through those feet, particularly the heel side, and lift all the way up. Take the arms overhead and touch the floor behind you. We're going to use that advantage of height just to help mobilize the spine a little bit more. So rolling down, take your time, breathing in, breathing out. Try and get every bone, feel for every little bone all the way down. Arms can come back by your sides again, breathing in. As you breathe out, rock the pelvis. Press through the heels, keep the foam roller still. Reaching those knees away, activating your butt. Arms go overhead, touch the floor behind you, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, lengthen, rolling down, lengthening the spine, all the way down. Arms come back. Last one, breathing in. As you breathe out, rock the pelvis, press through the heels, and let's stay here. If you have a foam roller, you can roll. So press the foam roller away, but keep your pelvis lifted. You want to drop it, but keep it up there, activate your glutes and push away, come back in. Push away, come back in. Push away, come back in. And 2, and 1. And then roll all the way down. So we'll try that again. If you want to do a one-legged one, if your hammies are going, oh yeah, easy, go on to one leg. So breathing in, as you breathe out, tilt the pelvis. Let's roll all the way up. If you want to do one leg, feel free. Take one leg in the air like this and push away, bring it back in. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then roll all the way down. And then we can change to the other leg. So roll on up first, tilt the pelvis, roll on up. Are the 2 legs or 1? And then you push away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot back down, roll all the way in. Very good. So we might come up and roll out our hammies. If you don't have a foam roller, just do a little hamstring stretch, reach for your toes. Otherwise, if you can, just come into sitting and roll. Suze, you may have to go onto your elbows, I guess, and maybe just turn your legs inside and out. So you can put one leg on top of the other, and that'll just put a bit more weight through the back of your hammies. So you can go from right at where your butt is, just above the knee, not behind the knee. Just do a little bit of rolling. And then we'll change and we'll do the other side. Roll that out. Cool. Okay. Let's lie on the foam roller. So sit on the very end. If you need a little thing for your head, on a cushion or a towel, just grab one, or your jumper, whatever. So sit at the very end, arms are out. You can either just roll down if you want to, otherwise we control it down. So we're just going to tuck our tailbone under and very slowly roll down the foam roller with control. Hold on to my AirPods. All the way down. So your head should be on the foam roller. If it's not, you need to move your butt down a bit more. Okay, so from here, let's pop our arms on the ground to begin with. And then we're just going to float one leg up into tabletop and float it down. Float the other leg up and down and float up and down, float up and down, float up and down, just loosening off at the hips a little bit. Last one. And then take one leg up and then the other leg up. Now, if you bring your knees too far in, it's harder to balance, but also it's a bit easier on your body. So maybe 90 degrees is good. Toe tap, one foot down. We're still touching the floor and up. Other foot down and up. If you're gripping through the neck or your back is hurting, quickly grab something to pop under your head. It'll feel much better. Now, as you're doing this, try and feel the back of your ribs staying connected to the foam roller. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then float both legs down. Take the arms up toward the ceiling. The palms are facing each other. Reach up toward the ceiling, separating the shoulder blades. And then wrap your shoulder blades around the foam roller. Arms stay straight the whole time. We reach straight up, arms are like shoulder width apart, and then the shoulder blades wrap around the foam roller, giving it a cuddle, and reaching up, and wrapping, and reach, and wrapping, and reach, and wrap, and 2, and wrap, last one, and 1, and wrap, and then just come back into a neutral position. Keep lengthening through the back of the neck. Take one arm overhead, one arm by your side, but feel like you're lengthening those muscles, and then come through the center and then change. So allow those muscles to lengthen, allow the bones to actually move in the sockets. Sometimes when the muscles are so tight, you sort of come to this dead end. Try and relax the muscles and feel like it's a bone movement. Feel like the shoulder, which is encasing your upper arm, just feel like the upper arm can just move really freely within that space. So the reason we need to be able to free this up is because in a moment we're going to lift the leg, and we need to make sure the bigger muscles are relaxed so our deep stabilizers can do the work. So if you're gripping already with your arms, it's going to make it harder to balance. Okay, so when you're ready, say when you take the right arm overhead, you'll take your left leg up, and then slowly take the leg down. Arms will come to the center. As you take your left arm overhead, for example, the right leg, so it's opposite arm to leg. Now you can touch the floor if you need to with your arms. Otherwise, just try and balance. We're going to take our time. So breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and out, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Now, whichever one you've got up, stay there. So I've got my right leg up, for example. Both arms will go up toward the ceiling. And from here, we're going to take the left arm out to the side and back to the center. Right arm out to the side and back to the center. Both arms out to the side and back to the center. One arm up, one arm down and center. Other arm up, other arm down and center. Both arms overhead and center. Turn your head to the right and center. Turn your head to the left and center. Keep your head still. Eyeballs only. Only your eyes move to the right and center. Eyeballs only to the left and center. And take that leg down. Easy peasy. Other side. So float the other leg up, whichever one you're up to. And take the right arm out to the side and back to the center. Left arm out to the side, back to the center. Both arms out to the side and back to the center. Both arms overhead and back to the center. One arm up, one arm down and center. Other arm up, other arm down and center. Turn your head to the left and center. Turn your head to the right and center. Eyeballs only to the left and center. Eyeballs only to the right and center, and pop that leg down. Good stuff. Fingers interlace, everyone. Hands behind your head. Come up into a chest lift. So breathing in. As you breathe out, nod your chin, look toward your kneecaps and roll up into a little chest lift. Breathing out. Breathing in, roll back down again. As you breathe out, rolling up, drawing your lower tummy in, breathing in to come back down. Breathing out, breathing in. Nice big breaths, everyone. Breathing out, breathing in. Now, this last one, we're staying up there. We breathe out and come up. Now float one leg up and back down. Float the other leg up and back down. Keep alternating. One and down, the other and down. You've always got a good side and another side that's not quite as good. And 5 and down, and 6 and down, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10, and then come all the way down. So arms by your side. We're going to roll up. So it won't be very impressive because we're already high. So tilt the pelvis, press to the heels, and roll up. Lift your pelvis away from that foam roller, and then roll back down. But feel the feedback of the foam roller. Feel your bone, and then the next bone, and then the next bone. Try and touch the foam roller. So really try and articulate your spine. So rock the pelvis, press to the heels, roll up in between your shoulder blades, opening up the front of those hips, breathing in, sucking that tummy in. As you breathe out, just count. So it starts from sort of mid-back, but try and count those bones down. See if you can space them apart. Try and get those lower ones as well. Do one more of those. And all the way up. Reaching the knees, breathing in at the top. And then as you breathe out, really feel each bone roll all the way down. So take your feet really, really wide. Take your arms out to the side, knees wide, and we're just going to roll to one side of the foam roller. Not doing much of this. Then roll to the other side. So it's rolling one side of your spine and then rolling to the other side. A bit of balance. Some people really like the feeling of this. I'm not a huge fan, but lots of people like it. So I thought I'd throw it in. And 3, and 2, and last one, 1. And then let's roll off with style and grace. Rolling off. And we'll pop the foam roller. You can use it as a pillow if you want to. Otherwise, just pop it to one side. We'll come back to it. We're going to do a little hip workout now. So lying all the way down, any side you like. So lying on your side with your hand, I like to put it on my hip so I can push the hip away, and that'll create a space. So literally my bottom waist isn't touching the ground at all. I've got a space under there, which I'm going to maintain the whole time. So from here, we're just going to lengthen the top leg and just lift it up, really reach away from you. So straight away, that'll work the hip. Now turn your toe down a little bit, leading with the heel. I'm going to start with fast little circles. So we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, the legs just in the center, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do some slow ones. So come all the way to the ground, touch the floor. Try and keep that space under your waist, and then lift up as high as you can. For me, it's just there. It's not that impressive. If you go too high, you're cheating and pushing, using your hip flexors and pushing into the ground. So just remember that. Make sure the hip doesn't roll. So I'm only to there. And then tapping the floor down. So we're going to lift up, feel like you're painting a wall, reach for that wall, and then all the way down, tap the floor. And paint the wall all the way up, nice and slow, everyone. All the way down, slow is hard. And all the way up to 4. Going as high as you can without changing your position. 5. And lower. And 6, all the way up and lower. 7, lower. 8, lower. 9, lower, last one, and 10, and lower, and then knees together. And just because I always like doing the internal external rotation, let's do Rio. So hips stay, remember the hip doesn't do anything weird, it just stays where it is. The knee will move up toward the ceiling, then the knee moves down. Knees stay in alignment and you keep the space under your waist. So don't let your waist touch the ground. It may be a very unimpressive movement. It doesn't matter. It's more the movement itself. The external rotation, internal rotation. The knee goes up, the knee goes down, working all these little muscles around the actual femur bone, in and around that hip joint. 4 to go. And 4, and down, and 3, and down, and 2, and down. Last one, and down. And then just keep the knee down and the foot up, and take the knee behind the other knee again, really reaching it behind, opening up the front of that hip, and then bring it up a little bit, and then take it behind in another little curtsy, really reaching the knee down to get a stretch, and then come up, and then reach down for 3. We'll just do 5, and come up, reach down for 4, and up, reach down for 5 in a little curtsy, and then we need our foam roller. So my top hip is my left hip, so do whichever hip you've just done, and we're going to roll out our hip with the foam roller. So just pop your hip above the thigh bone on the foam roller, and you can roll forward and back. You can go on your hands if you prefer. My dodgy wrist, I can't do hands. I'm on my forearm. So just rolling onto that hip. So it's this, literally this part here. So wherever your thigh bone is, you'll know that it hurts. It's bone. So go a little bit higher into that fleshy area. So it's not in your waist, it's on the actual side of your glute and hip, but it's actually gluteus medius. So just rolling backward and forward. And again, those who have a foam roller can do something really fun. And you can either pop one foot in front of the other and roll out your ITB, or you can pop one leg on top of the other for even more fun and roll out your ITB. So that goes from your knee up to your thigh bone. You can roll a little bit forward and get vastus lateralis, which is, I think, worse than the ITB. Oh, one foot forward again. So just remember head, neck, and shoulders as well. Look after your upper body as you're doing this. Good stuff. All right, other side. Spin it around. No, I'm this way now, I know. So lying down without the foam roller to begin with, unless you want it under your head, of course. We're bending our knees to begin with, heels in line with your butt, head resting either on your arm or on something. And I want you to lengthen that top leg, create space under your bottom waist. I use my hand on my hip, but it can be in front for balance. And then from here, we're just going to do our little circles first. So quite quick for 10, 9, 8, 7. Try and keep everything still, just the leg moves. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to go down, touch the ground, feel the space under your waist, and try and maintain as much of that as you can. And you're going to lift up as high as you can go without rotating or, yeah. And then we go down and we tap. And we lift up as high as you can go. Now, try not to get that lower waist on the floor. If you're lifting your leg really high, you're either absolutely amazing. Let's be honest, we're probably not. So just make sure that waist is coming away from the ground and lifting and tap and 5 and tap the ground and 6. Feel like you're painting that wall. Reach away, especially as you go up, lengthen your body and down and paint up, down and 3, down and 2. Soften that knee as well. And 1. Down. Beautiful. So, underneath. And then just start with your little Rio. So the knee will go up and then the knee will go down. Keep the space under your waist, everyone. Knee goes down, nice and controlled. Knee goes up, knee goes down. And 4, and down. And 5, and down. 6, down. 7, 8, 9, nice and controlled. And last one, 10. And then try and keep the knee down and the foot up. Just going to take the knee behind the other knee, kind of reaching so you're opening up the front of the hip, and then take the foot up. And you get a bit of a movement into this hip. And then reach down, try and get some length through the obliques and hip, and bring the leg up for 2. And 3, knee goes, reaches toward that sort of foot, I guess. And up. 4, and up. Last one. And 5, and up. And then bring that leg down, roll it out. Again, if your foam roller doesn't do this, remember you can just lie on the ground and take the knee across your body as well, like we normally would. So otherwise, find your gluteus medius. Again, I like to go on my forearm when I do this, but you can go on your hand if you want to. You can roll forward and backward. Oh, grab my, go. Roll up and down, forward and backward, whatever feels good. If you're feeling brave, you can move it into your ITB. So you take it lower than the hip joint. You pop one foot forward and roll forward and backward. Right, this a bit further. So rolling. Remember, one foot can go on top of the other and roll. It's all pretty bad, really. And roll forward. Oh my God. Haven't done this one for a while. Oh. Alrighty. Let's go on our tummies, everyone. So have the foam roller, roll all the way down, and then pop your forearms on the foam roller. The back of the palms are facing each other. And then just draw the shoulder blades down and then push away. Breathe in as you push away. Breathe out, bring the shoulder blades down your back. Breathe in, push away. Breathe out, shoulder blades come down. Breathe in, into your lungs, everyone. Really expand your ribs. Breathe out. Really think of it as an exercise in itself, the breathing. So breathe in, expand your lungs. Breathe out, sigh out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now this time, as you roll the foam roller towards you, turn the palms of the hands, the thumbs are facing upward. And I've got my lowest rib on the ground, but I'm looking just maybe past my foam roller, something like that. Try not to be too much in your chin. So you're just into this position, push into your arms. Feel like you're lengthening your spine a little bit more by drawing your tummy up and lengthening away from you. And then you're going to turn the thumbs down as you roll the foam roller away. Breathing out. Now breathe in, shoulder blades down. Breathe out, looking forward. Turn your thumbs down and push away. And shoulders down, rotate the arms, just a little movement up, just trying to get some extension into our upper back, and then reverse it. And shoulders down, rotate your thumbs up toward the ceiling, and all the way down. And again, shoulders down and come up. Now from here, press through that left arm and lift your right arm, left leg, and lower down. Now lift your left arm, right leg, and lower down, and alternate and lower. Keep the extension if you can. If you need to come down, that's fine. And 4, and 3, and 2, last one, and 1, and then all the way down. So again, just lengthen your arms, hover your nose from the ground if you can. I want you to lengthen your spine, draw your tummy away from the floor, feel like you're being shot out of a cannon, or feel like you're, you know, when you're in a pool and you're pushing away from the edge and you're sort of diving away from the edge, feel like that, really long and strong through the body. And then you're going to, if you can, you may not be able to, but if you can, lift the foam roller up and maintain that position of your body, and then lower back down again. And lift up, breathe in, breathe out, lower down. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower. 3 more, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Good stuff. So hands under your shoulders into a little child's pose. So push all the way back. So either knees together, knees out wide, or you can pop your hands forward. So you can go into this position where it's more shoulder, or you can push back into a child's pose so it moves more into the hips and back. If you take your knees out really wide, it's more of a groin stretch. You can do all of them if you want to. But if you're, whichever position you're in, again, try and breathe into the back of your ribs. So we get so stiff back there. So breathe into your lungs at the back. So breathing in, try and squash your tummy so you can't breathe into your tummy. Breathe into your back. Send the air to the back of your lungs. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Really visualize that growing as you breathe in. Feel all the air expand. And then as you breathe out, everything comes back down again. One more breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. So come onto hands and knees and we'll cat cow. So let's round our body like this. And then stick your butt out, shine your chest forward. And rounding that spine, suck your tummy up. Open up your shoulders, stick your butt out, shine your chest forward. And all the way up. All the way down. All the way up. All the way down. Now, roll the spine and then just lift your left arm and reach it forward and then down. Lift the right arm and reach it forward. Keep sucking that tummy in and down. Now lift the left leg and then bring it back in. Just tap the floor. Lift the right leg and bring it back in. And then send your chest forward. Good, and come back to the center. So pop your left hand behind your head, lengthen that right leg and lift it up. And then you're going to bend the knee in and try and touch the elbow and the knee together, and then open back out into a quadruped. So rotate in, try and get some rotation as well as some flexion, and lengthen out, squeeze your butt and rotate in and lengthen out. 2 more, rotate in, lengthen out. Last one, rotate in and lengthen out. Pop that leg down. Let's do the other side. So right hand behind your head, left leg is long, lifting it up, and then we rotate in, bending the knee, try and touch if you can, and then lengthen back out nice and long and strong. And then come back in for 2 and lengthen. And 3 and lengthen. 4, and lengthen. Last one, and 5, and lengthen, and then coming back down again. So now do your weird circle thing. So remember the skipping rope thing where you take your belly button through the center, all the way up and around to the other side and down through the center, all the way up and around. So some people sort of say you're making a circle with your butt. Does that helps? I don't know. I don't know what helps with this. Just roll and really feel all the joints moving. Everything is helping you here. So just mobilizing everything. Great one just to do, just to get everything moving, and then go the other way. And we'll just do a few nice push-ups. So the push-up with the child's pose. So just cross your ankles and bring your pelvis forward if you can. And then we're just going to do a little push-up and then into a child's pose. So back into a plank, a little push-up. Feel free to go on your toes if you would rather. It's just at the end of it. So I just want to, just feel like you're working the back of your triceps, working the back of your body. It's a tricep push-up, not a chest. The elbows are going nice and close to your body, and then push up, send your body back. So it's like a little recovery in between each one. All the way back. And again, all the way back. And last one. And all the way back. So we're going to finish with a nice one, a side to side. So lie on down, everyone. And let's do a side to side with our right ankle over our left knee. Take your arms out wide, palms are down. And we'll take our legs all the way to the left. Look toward the right. Try and get your right knee down toward the floor as much as you can. Really push that right foot into that left knee. Open that hip as much as you can. Trying to get that knee as close to the other foot as you can. And then come through the center. Just take it to the other side, and you can use that foot to really push your left knee down to the ground. Good. And back to the center. Over to the left again. Use that right foot to push that left knee down. Then open the hip and push the back of the right knee down toward the ground as well. So you're getting a hip stretch, getting some rotation through the torso, keeping those shoulders on the ground. Good. And then over to the right, pulling that knee down. And then just with your left arm, take it above your head, so next to your ear. Really, as you're pulling that left knee across the body, really reach that left arm, open up through the front of the left side of your chest. Breathing in, breathe into your ribs. You can even pop your right hand on the side of your ribs and breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good. And come back to the center. Change legs. Left ankle on top. Okay, so we're going to take the legs over to the right. So the right leg goes down. Now try and push that left knee, coming sort of rolling onto the ankle. Push that left knee toward the right foot, opening up the front of the hip as much as you can. Again, looking to the other side of the room if you can as well, getting that rotation through the torso. Opening that hip, breathing. And then over to the left. And then use your left foot to pull that knee down, opening up through the front of that right hip. So into your obliques, into your little hip flexors in here. getting the rotation, relaxing the shoulders. One more each side. So legs over to the right. You're going to open that left knee as far open as you can. You get, a bit of a feeling into that left hip. So you're trying to open that hip as much as you can, pushing through the ankle and pushing that left knee down. And then while we're here, take that left arm up toward the ceiling, or no, toward the floor. Just lengthen. And then we'll take it over to the other side. Push down. And then take the right arm up. And breathe. You can use your left hand to pop it on your ribs and breathe in. And out, really pulling that knee down, reaching that right shoulder toward the ground, breathing into your ribs and out. Breathing in and out. Lucky last one, in and out. And coming back to the center. And we're all done. Feel free, if you've got your foam roller, you can roll out your neck on your foam roller gently if you want to, or continue on with some back stuff. But you're all done.